There once was a girl who wore a mask of smiles. She'd go to town and grin and never commit a sin. She was an angel to the people, a light to them all, yet it turns out angels sometimes fall. This angel knew of potions and chemicals, of strange plants and smelling salts. She was an odd bird for sure, yet adored all the same. But adoration quickly turns to blame. One day, the angel went to help another, and the mask fell, and the illusion shattered into 1,000 pieces. She was shown in her true form. Infernal blood passed down, from dark deals born. Red skin, horns, a thick alien tail, eyes of pure silver, fangs, hair white as hail. Red devil, accursed witch, horrid hellspawn, unholy bitch. The words cut deep, and the flames licked at the old home. She left with little save her recipes and tomes. She left the town and gathered up the pieces. Frantically she put the mask back, though not without creases. She hid what she was, very deep down, even as she came to another little town. The inn was filled with the typical sort, and she sat with a few. They asked for a name she did not have, and so she came up with one all new. Melissa Belladonna, she called herself. Herb and medicine, things that used to grace her shelf. She was accepted, with mask at least, and she had an idea to make it permanent, to finally be rid of her beast. Illusions were fragile, but meat and bone could be changed. And there were tomes out there in Candlekeep, neatly arranged. So she set off with new friends. She'd make amends. She'd finally be what the world demands. Yet the mask was hastily assembled, fragile and thin. So it was that, in the midst of a grin, the mask fell into the campfire, and there she was, exposed as a liar. Surprised the others were, for certain, though they themselves were strangers in these lands. There was Timoral, skilled with spell and blade, yet as many else were, rather vain. There was Ceres, weaver of shadows and very adept with her hands, as Melissa was all too aware of, through a deeper bond shared. Finally, there was Gornak, whose magical powers were great, but also often flared. Two of them wore gasps on their face as the human they traveled with turned red. Yet even as she turned away to flee, they instead said, "Sit with us, you needn't explain yourself. We all wear masks of a kind." This was a great surprise to the young tiefling's mind. Ceres simply smiled. She was not the only tiefling to be reviled. She'd seen that red skin before, of a lady she had come to adore. So Melissa sat back down and began to realize she could be accepted for who she was. Perhaps there was no need for masks and lies. And so, with little pause, the group moved on, mask abandoned. And through many adventures, Melissa learned an important thing that this writer later penned. To be herself above all. To not be some fake imitation, some supposedly perfect doll. Red skin, horns, a thick tail. Silver eyes, fangs, hair white as hail. Now she lives down here in the Vale, and her little shop of wonders, though sometimes she still blunders, is now filled with laughter and cheer. So I raise a glass to a tiefling most queer.